Taking a break. Won't be on long. I just want to talk to people who aren't there for a minute. Well, that sounds crazy. They're crazy, ain't it? I'm going to take an eye break. My eyes get to straining. Means you mean it. That hip hop. Yo, hip, 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 hip hop. I'm on that hip hop. I'm on that hop to the hip, to the hop. Hip hop. Don't stop. You give God. This is best. Give them back up though you might get shot. Give me some. See if I can do this. Wasn't that terrible? Drake will listen to. It sounds like something Drake would listen to, but Drake likes Drake's starting to like a lot of different stuff. Cause some of the stuff he's been putting out, I'm like, I know you would listen to that, Drake. He's just doing people. He's just flowing over all kind of different beats. I'm like, okay, Drake. I'm mad at you. So, but that sounds like something Drake would get on. Or whatever his flow is. Kiki, do you love me? Are you mad at me? Like, Kiki doesn't love you. Oh, an orchestra hit. Boom, 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 spin, 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 boom, 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 oh. Don't you just want to go break dance after you hear some good hip hop? Like, like, bam, 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 boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I ain't really done with this drum beat either. It's too plain. All right, so I'm gonna go. That's weak. That's weak. That little that's weak. You should be doing more than that. I'm hungry. Yeah, it should have a and that bass is that bounce. That's gonna grow into a but I don't want to do that all online because people will snatch your music. Bring in that dropping in there either. Brooklyn, where Brooklyn at? Nah, man. All right, let me get on this. No, that's too weak. It needs. Nothing. hungry again. I actually like that. That's hard. That's hard. There it is. Let me see what happens here. Brooklyn. I like that. Bop, bop, bop comes. It's called bit bop, bop, bop. Watch. I missed it. Bit, dip, bit, bang, bang. We're on drum beats. It's hard. I got it. Bang, bang. Yeah, it's hip hop. It's like Mobb Deep. It's like Mobb Deep. Because somebody asked me to make a Mobb Deep song and I failed. I was like, but this is like a Mobb Deep song. This is like Quiet Storm. No, not Quiet Storm. The other one that had Shook One. Yeah, this is a Mobb Deep type of thing. it needs some change ups. It needs some changes to it, but it's like a Mobb Deep. It's like Sonny Shook. Ain't no such things as halfway crook. You scared to death. You scared to look. You shook. Ain't no such things as halfway crook. You scared to. First and 10 with the 8 for the hook. Gotta change. Yeah. Oh yeah. Already know this. Like I haven't even dropped the intro. Like this is not the intro. This is not how it come in. It'll come in sounding like this, if anything. Yeah. It's your boy. We out here. Holla at me. We out here. Come on. My name is the Jam. This is the Jam. I'm gonna tell you the Jam. Alright, so if you're gonna do it like that, you have to come in right here and then do the same thing, which would be okay, yeah, I'm the hardest cat on the streets. I'm still at the feet. My God, when it's in the toes, when the stand deep on me, I'm Mr. T, Mr. I'm the toes, I'm gonna put on the ceiling in my car with the chain, kick to my bed, I'm gonna get it, gonna get it to center, but get it to the, I'm going to stop, I get it all, I'm the top, don't get it lost, I'm the shot, cause I'm a boss, instead of getting the side, they come across with the second, it's all dark, it's not on the gold, I'm the when the cracking, it's all, I'm gonna grab it to get it, I'm gonna get it, when you lock it, it's all about the city, I'm with the city, it's all, and then they call it. That's where it would be. So this is a New York type of film. So that's where it, right at about 2021, there would be some kind of something to help it out. It's all about now, if I really, really wanted to get into this, make it like a solid hip hop feel, I would do something like this. There's a couple things I can add to this. One would be a new age, like a some type of pad. You know what I'm saying? But okay, so let's do this. All right, so I have a lead here, but I don't really like. All right, so let me change this lead to a pad. Let's just find one. Let's just find something that'll fit. This is the hard part. So you got to find your right octave and your pitch and all that. You got to find something that's going to rock with you. So just got to kind of look around with nowhere. I don't think I'm using this. But it's good for the accent. It's good for like a one little accent. You can even use that. But you can use this for more than just this is just a this you can use during the song. Because it's not disruptive to the flow. Watch. Alright, so I'll do it the right way. Yeah. I'll at you, boy. What you? Tell my mic out. Yeah, I'm the sense on the stuff. Don't get lost. I'm better than sinners, getting in the cross. I'm sorry, get the done in the damn as it come across the list again. I'm about to fuck in the day. I'm on the team this journey. Finish off in the way. Bubble the car, out of the side, out of the chicken sucker to the when they're talking the sound. I miss the house. Start coming to the kiss and I gotta get the minutes and the dance to the day. Time to get the kitty to understand why the secret why you cut your dreams. Tell me the car, gotta say, not all the time, James, I know what you can. Let's get your head, come on, man. Let the time of the change, tell me the truth, get it done, what you looking at. It can go with the song to bring that extra little thing with you gotta turn it down, but hide it a little bit, but it could rock with the whole song. What up, Ray Skater, man? Just making some hip-hop music before I start my homework again. Doesn't necessarily have to be this one, but it hides pretty good. So, because it's even and it stays with the beat. A lot of these things fluctuate too much and then it throws the listener off. Like that. You see how when it goes from one pitch to the other, it's off beat. So you're not going to use this. This you would use as an intro by itself, but you can't. You got to have something that's going to come back and stay on beat. So. But if you don't want to rock with, these type of, have something like this, just go to your regular piano. Sure, it's on key. Figure out how you want to do the piano. The piano can't be louder than the voice that's going to be talking over it. So the piano is going to be turned down to but it's going to be accented. Stay positive, active, work and learning. Oh yeah, that's what I do, big dog. So staying with the beat. That's the bass. The piano always gives a New York feel. It always gives a feeling of a real feel of musicianship. And then when you're using this is a F. This is a weird F. It's like a F5/7, So you can use it and you can chord it up or you can just note it up. And then not stay at that. You can just climb up here and go. Now listen to it. Okay, so listen to it when I bring it. Now here it comes, and then when it's up with the slums, in the project when there's out with bombs, I was raised, I was in the days, back in the days, I was in the kind of to stay, I'm the kind of getting stuck in the crowd, all this picture, when it's all in the live, look at it. What's up? What's up, Nicole? Garage band. Nicole is a singer, everyone. Really good singer. I lost my train of thought, but hello, Nicole, how are you? Oh, I want to put some piano in here. I miss my time in accent, but if you follow the bars, you can see where it can come in. I mean, if you just take the bars and just follow it, because you were talking about, what man else was talking about? And did you rap or sing? No, I'm just mumbling just to keep the cadence so the listener can understand when the breaks and stuff come in. So we were counting 2, 4, 6, 16, and 42. So we're just doing what's your name? Malcolm. Malcolm and I were just counting our 16 bars to get an understanding of the song. So when the artist speaks, they know the timing. So I was telling him while I was producing this that this isn't timed out yet. This is just me getting some sounds in there. This isn't timed out at all. But to time this out correctly, it would be if I start. Okay, so this goes from 1 to 8, or 1 to 9 is when the drum comes in. But from 1 to 5 is where the intro is. So you won't hear nothing from 1 to 5. And then from, let me back this up. So you won't hear nothing but the, hold on, let me see something. All right, so this will change. Let's see something. Okay, I actually like this, but I don't like the first hit, so I'm gonna change it. So give me a second, guys, and I'll read your comments in just a second. Just let me kind of work my hand here. I don't like it at the beginning. All right, let me see something here. All right, so let me read your comment, Nicole. How do you feel about music people investing thousands in music equipment in the hopes of making it as a musician production? Do you still think that they should start with free programs like GarageBand? One, GarageBand isn't free. It comes with a Mac product. Like the programs that come already with MacBook too. Oh, okay, so I'm sorry. There you go. You're right. Get there. But it isn't free. And I hang of it. Okay. To answer your question in a millennial form, because you mentioned that you're a millennial, most of the music that you hear today in hip hop does not come from, okay, what they do is they take Fruity Loops. Music is really dumbed down now when it comes to rap. A lot of what you hear is Fruity Loops. And Fruity Loops is one of the first programs that came out. So when they come, my homeboy wants to get back into music. That's why I asked. There's no problem. A lot of music that you hear right now is Fruity Loops. I don't really care if you cry. Fruity Loops. Song was easy to make, made on Fruity Loops. A lot of stuff you hear Fruity Loops because Fruity Loops is a really, really, really good program and it's easy. Now that is a free program, but there's an extension on the Fruity Loops that's not free. So you can download Fruity Loops just like that. Now what they do is when they have Fruity Loops, a lot of times they'll have a secondary and a tertiary program that they go to. So they may go and use Sonar, or they may go and use a Mac and go ahead and use GarageBand. GarageBand's editing tools and video and music tools are really second to none. I mean, they're just really that good. So there's a lot that you can do with the GarageBand that I don't do. But what they do is GarageBand has a more expensive $500 to $1,100 program that's called Logic. So a lot of the finished product that you hear has been edited through Logic. And then that's why it sounds so crisp and clear and not, muffled and muddy and stuff like that with your instruments. That's how you can hear your instruments so good when you hear it on the radio, because there's a certain pitch and everything that everything has to have in order for it to get on the radio to carry over the radio waves well. Now, as far as people getting go ahead and get in Fruity Loops, I tell it, look, if you're gonna get the music and you were serious, I do it for the love because I just like it. It relaxes me because I like to create. You know, I write songs, I write poetry, I have a book that's published. So I'm just a creative person, you know. But I am not necessarily in the music business other than just online stuff. But for what I know about the business, since I've been in it, I would say that it's very, very cutthroat, just like Drake says. And I would say if you're going to start and you were the artist, start at home. Do not pay for studio time. Do not do it. Don't do it. Start making beats. Let your friends and family listen to your beats. Have some thick skin because some of them are going to be like your beats are crap and you're going to be like, thank you. And then other people are going to be like, I like it. So when somebody says they like something, you look at and see what demographic that person is in. So if the person is an older, 30 and up, and they like that beat, there's a good chance that that is a demographic that you just captured. And if you keep making music in that vein, that is your audience. So that's your target. So you might not be in the bebop target. So somebody who's bebopping in 1915, they're bebopping. You'd be like, okay, I don't really got you guys. But there's a whole list of other people who love what you're doing. Head towards that lane. You're not going to capture everyone. So that's what I would suggest people to do. I'd say go out and hand out some CDs for free. Just hand them out. Go to a car wash and people are, hey, I just want to know if you want to listen to my music. Here's a free CD. Put a couple hours into it, make it real good. Have your information on it, your Facebook, your Twitter, you know, things along that line, and just give it away. Go to, go somewhere else and sell it for $5. You know, walk around in Walmart parking lot or something like that. I'm selling my CD for $5, or go and stand outside somebody's concert. Be like, hey, $5 CD, or, you know, hand out an EP. Just hand it out. You know, don't put on pressure on anybody. Don't try to get money all the time right away. Just hand it out. There you go. And then try to run into the right people to hand it to instead of just giving out because it costs money to make it. So only have a limited to create a buzz and see what happens. So don't give out your stuff all the time, but you know, if you have a nice song, you might want to give it to, you know, 10, 20 people. Boom. But that costs money, so watch your budget. And then you might have another stack of songs and you'd be like, okay, I'm going to give this particular CD to so-and-so and see what they think. Might be a DJ. I did that. Just run up on a DJ and I would just go to all the DJs I knew. So let me get back to the song in a minute. And how do you feel about independent artists doing open mic? An independent artist should do open mic. If you are an independent artist and you don't do open mic, I just don't know what to tell you. You must already have a listening, paying audience. And then again, listen, Future gives away music. His record company doesn't like it, but he does it all the time. And this is Future. Okay? Mask off. F it, mask off. I mean, he's at the top of the game. You know what I'm saying? This dude's a multi-millionaire. He gives away free music. Does it all the time. Go to an open mic. Crash an open mic. Crash the open mic. Roll up on stage like you're already famous. Like, exhume that, but don't be cocky and arrogant because you look a certain way or because you might have got a couple $100 from somebody. Be humble, but be confident. Go up there and, you know, and just rock the stage. Like, be a classy person that can throw their hair back and, like, give it to them. Give it to them. Like, give it to, like, don't go up there and be a stuck in the mud type of person. When I went on stage, I gave them the business. That's what I did. Like little entry fee, $5 to get in. Yeah, go to the open mic. It costs $5. Yeah, why not? All right, I'm gonna shorten this up because I'm gonna bring this all the way up here and start it at 4. Yeah. Okay. I'm from the city with it. The city done with the job. I get it. City done with the dog. And then let this rock right here. Cut this. Yeah, those are some good questions. Those are some really, really good questions. Those are some good questions. Really, really, really good questions. Because somebody even say, "Oh, Tone, you weren't successful." And I'd be like, well, describe success. Do people know me now musically? Are they still talking about me? Yes. If I go out, people know. As a matter of fact, sometimes I go out and people will be like, "This is Tone," and tell everybody what I do. Like, I've had that happen. This is Tone. He's a music, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll go to a festival and people will see me and there'll be a DJ there. The DJ will tell people who I am and what I do. Is that successful? Yeah. People know you. You know? I got people online asking me to do beats for them now. And I don't charge people to listen to me. I just do it for free. But now I got people who want to buy my beats. I'm in it for the love, but, you know, I'm also a businessman. You know, ASCAP, CSAC, BMI, you know, copyright, you know, your stuff through the government digitally and visually and, you know, all that. So you got to be on your game. Be on your game. Be on your game. I like that bell sound. That needs a crash right here. I might make a beat for you, Nicole, one of these days. I might just make something. I might listen to one of your tracks. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna do that. Like, I might do it today. Might do that because I don't really make music like that, but I will. Dance with you, Nicole. I'm gonna take you to the club and dance with you like that. take you dancing and show you how to get real hip hop. Be like, come on, Nicole. Uh. You're doing some hip hop, Nikki. It's Nicole. Your computer was messing up. What you say about artists? Artists should just pay an entry fee, like for the open mic night. They should not be paying $1,500, $1,600 to perform. Don't do it. Unless there's a promising prospect. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I don't care who's in the audience. I would rather hand that person a CD than get up there and perform in front of that. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. I've seen an A&R do that. Come and listen to an artist. That artist never got anything from the A&R. I was there. I watched the whole thing. He just sat there and he listened to her. He just looked at her. The whole band. She gave a whole show. He was just looking at her. Then he talked to her for a few seconds, and that was it. I've been in front of some famous people. Just saying. I'm an old dude, so I've been in this for a minute. I've seen some things. I wouldn't do it. I would keep my bread. I would keep my bread and be pressing CDs or be passing them out. That's the route I'd go. But that's just me. I'm old school like that. I'm MC Hammer school like that. This is how I feel about it. Shit. Where's my crash at? I got no crash. I need a crash. I need a crash. That's what I do, man. That's just made up. I light it up. Yeah, because I followed on. Created 15 to the point during the Essence Festival. And it wasn't the actual event. It was the like what the heck is pre-party? He got. He got. He heard stars. He thought all these people was going to see him. 10 people saw him. He paid $1,500. Thank you, bye. Nah, man. We're not doing that. You got scammed. You got scammed. You got scammed, bro. People are shiesty. They'll get your money because they know you got that. You think you're gonna be that deal. You think you're gonna be that deal. Oh, it's me. Everyone. Look over here. Don't you care? They care about that money. Say. They want that money. Money, baby. That's what they want. They want that money. That's what they want, Nicole. It was 10 people. Okay. It was 10 people. And that was it. And those people were like the people that worked there and whatnot. He's looking around for all the people. He's out there working out and came out on stage. I had more people at a poetry session listen to me. I performed in front of a good group of people before. Yeah, because these people used to invite me to their, they would, okay, so what they would do is some people would pay me to play. And then other people would, one of my ex-girlfriends, she's a singer. Really, 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 really good singer. She's like an old style singer too. So her notes and oh my goodness, she was just crazy with it. But she's like a real bossy, crazy type person too. But nonetheless, she could sing. So good. Anyways, she would give concerts. And she'd be like, I want you to do this at my concert. Sing 3 songs. And I'd get up there and sing 3 songs. Now that I didn't make any money, but people knew who I was. And then sometimes, like this one lady, she was like, I want you to open for this other artist. Just bring your guitar. Here's so many dollars. I've had people do that. I've had a promotional company hire me just to sit in a place and just play a little. So I've been paid to play, and I went to places where nobody paid me. You know, I'm not stupid, but you know, there's love and then there's business. You know, and it all depends on what was going on. I'd be like, okay, I'm not gonna do this. You know, pay me. You know, but I don't roll up on everybody like pay me. That's just not gonna happen. It's just not. It's not going to happen. And then people don't want to pay you your price. And when you start running around with band members, oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. Your drummer has to have this much. Your keyboard player has to have this much. It just gets bad. It gets really, really bad. Where are you going? What do you mean, where am I going? Am I going somewhere? Anymore? Nothing came up. And going, what my friend has. Oh, yeah, taking a break from school. How you doing today, Phyllis? I was just on your channel. Just cause you old school singer don't mean you're a good one. Okay, well, if you heard this woman sing, no. She was like going and trying to get on these American Idols and stuff. Oh my goodness, that girl could sing. She could sing so good. Are you saying paying to perform has to be played out case by case? Yes. You have to be smart. Getting a battery in my car. Oh, okay. Get yourself a oh shoot, it depends now because it depends on what kind of car you have. I was gonna say a Duralast or something like that. But it depends now because batteries can run up to $200 and it depends on where the battery is too. Batteries can be put into the front, but now they put batteries under the car seat, which I don't agree with, but they need more room for under the hood. So, oh, you got a Benz? Then your Benz might take a special battery because of all of the systems that it has, especially if it's a new Benz. The newer Benz has a 4MATIC, and a 4MATIC electronic system is different. So you might actually have 2 batteries. I mean, I don't know if you do, but they have a 4MATIC system, and a 4MATIC system it's almost a substitute for a 4-wheel drive. But what basically happens is the electronic system banks the thrust from one wheel to the other that isn't. So it may be a rear or a 4-wheel drive, but if one isn't turning, isn't gripping, then it banks and go, this one, bank, that's what you got. And those things are just crazy fast. Only one. Okay. Yeah. So I get it. Formatic system, but that's a very electronic sensitive car. Lots of fuses. So yeah, but this woman could sing. She can. As a matter of fact, I want to listen to her sing. Let me see if I can pull up her Facebook. She could sing. One time she sang a cappella for me, just sitting there on the couch and just got to singing. I was just so amazed. I was sitting there like, okay, I didn't know you could do that. You know, I was just so impressed. So impressed. Let's see, G. Ooh, ba-da-do, ba-da-do. Ooh, ba-da-do, ba-da-do. Ooh, ba-da-do, 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 ba-da-do. The very first time that I saw you, I said hi, and you said, I miss those guys. I knew right then you were I'm about to get rid of it. 2012. It's an expensive car. I was caught up in physical reaction, but to my satisfaction, and if I ever saw I will make sure that the lady is a friend, and if I ever fall so true, yeah, Shy, I will be sure that the lady's just like you, a friend. Very next time she will be my friend, someone that I can depend on. Very next time she will be my friend. Very next time she will be my friend, someone that I can depend on. Any Benz is expensive for you, because because the parts are expensive. What up, TM? Very next time she will be my friend. Remember when all the guy bands would come up, man? Drew Hill just performed here. They had that super, super sad song. 5 steps from eternity, we were 4 steps. They sound good, love. And 3 wishes, we were 3 wishes, baby. Go all the way to the end tone with that high note. What high note? I missed something. I'm just clowning around. Them boys can sing with. Don't cop out now. Finish that. Nicole, I'm gonna have to go. Me and you gonna have to double up on the live so you can show them how it's done, because I am not the professional singer. So with that. Oh, my friend. I have to go into a falsetto to do it. Oh, Silk was there? My friend. That's about it for me. So I have to go low to make it sound high. My friend. In a regular friend. So I don't got what they got. Baby, next time you. My whole question was, why didn't you just choose the girl that was in front of you right there? Like, why you gotta pick somebody else? There she is right there. I never got that. Baby, next time you will be my friend, someone that I can depend on. Where is TM? Where are you located? Friend, oh, they sang with such heart too. 5 steps from eternity, we were 4 steps and 3 wishes. We were 3 wishes, baby. I'm touching the head. Oh, God. We were. I was like, get that. Like, when they came out with that, I just did not expect that song. Like, it hit so hard. I just was not looking for a song about people dying in a fire to come out. That's what the song was about. It just was so like, wow, you guys are writing, you know, like that's some real. And then they came out with the thongs, like thong, a thong, thong, thong. I was like, oh, why did you break up from the group and make a thong song? It was a #1 hit. Show me about the booty, go da da da. But he went with the money. Show me how the booty go da da da. Oh, Cheryl Pepsi Rally. Thanks for my child. That was the song right there. Oh my gosh, she was so fun. Just a moment of silence for how fine Cheryl Pepsi Rally was. That was her only hit, though. That's another moment of silence because I don't remember any other songs she had. Oh my goodness, she was fine. It was the most famous song. It was actually the lead singer. He broke out from the group, and that was his most famous song. But he came back to Dru Hill after that. Yeah, Shirley Pepsi Rally was on the radio during that time, the same time that Karen White made I'm Not Your Superwoman. And both of those songs hit real hard because it was talking about everyday things that were happening to people. I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything's all right. I am only human. You know what I'm saying? And that Karen White album just killed it because she had another song that hit real. Oh, baby, baby, baby. And she was chocolate. Moment of silence for how chocolate Karen White was. When she had that cleanup outfit, that, like she worked in a hotel, that video. Just a moment of silence for a young man who knew he wasn't going to meet a woman that he would have had children. Just a moment of silence for that opportunity that just, it was just bad. It was a bad deal. Karen White was ridiculously beautiful. Yeah, they go from Dru Hill. Really? Angie Martinez? What a real microphone fiend is. Wow. From Hot 97, Angie Martinez? Get out of here. Sweet Christmas. Who saw that coming? But that's the music industry. You never know. Wow. That's cray-cray. I think I'm going to make a Nicole type of beat. Oh my goodness, that is just cray-cray. But you know, Angie Martinez, I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I never looked at Angie Martinez like, ooh, but she's sexy. She's sexy. She just, especially back then, and she was rapping. You know, she's sexy. Angie Martinez is sexy. So I ain't mad. It ain't like he chose somebody who was fugly. You know, she's sexy. I like her. And she's down. Angie Martinez is the real deal. Yeah, she's that deal. She's from what is it, Brooklyn? Is she from Brooklyn or something like that? Look, it just doesn't get too much better than that when you want somebody who is just solid and still in the business. She's still making money off of her name. Smart. Yeah, she's smart. She's still in the game. Like, there's so many people who've fallen off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's not rapping, but she's still in the game. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, that's where she came up in. She's still there. Hot 97 is the #1 radio. That's the #1 radio station in the country, isn't it? Hot 97? Yeah. It's the #1 radio station in the country. So, you know, what are you going to say about that? You just can't. You can't mess with the numbers that they do and the influence that they have. You want to talk about getting somebody your CD? Let it be played on Hot 97. And they do stuff like that. They got Kiss It or Diss It, right? They got that. Let your stuff get played on Hot 97. Yeah. Oh, it's the other one? But still, Hot 97 is hot. You get rappers come from all over the place just to get on Hot 97. It's real. It's real. You get people to Hot 97 isn't the top one. Okay, but there's one in New York. Well, it's competitive though. It's up there. Which one's the top one, Nicole? You know better than I am because you're in the one with the Breakfast Club. But that's Charlamagne the God and them. What? Hold on a second. Let me look that up. Let's see what the #1. We were 5 steps. We were 4 steps. And 3 with you. Hot 97. So here's the way it's listed. 106 in Los Angeles, Hot 97, New York, 105, New York, Hot 92, Los Angeles, WBS 107, New York, 93.5 KDAY, Los Angeles, Wild 94.9, San Francisco, Jams 94.5, Boston, Wired 96.5, Philly 97.9, the Bronx, Houston, the Box, Houston, Texas. That is your top hip hop radio stations. So there that is right there. So it's Los Angeles is #1, 97 is pulling up #2. So this is a listing by Cision. So you guys can go and check that out. It's spelled CISION. But that's talk radio though. But that's top. I know they play music. See, the thing about the Breakfast Club is the Manto. What about Ohio? They don't. Oh no. Ohio's top radio is gonna probably come out of Cleveland. Yeah, our top radio station out here is 107. but I don't listen to the radio. Yeah, the Breakfast Club, the thing about the Breakfast Club is it's most notorious for the Breakfast Club. You feel me? So anything that comes after the 6 o'clock show ends, it's not as popular as the 6 o'clock show. Because I mean, they're number one right now. They're the number one syndicated hip hop show. And it's not a hip hop show. Like they had Monique on there, you know, calling Charlemagne a yes man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they had the president-elect on there. They had Hillary Clinton on there. The president running for the presidency. Hillary Clinton was on. Hillary ain't stupid. She came to the hood to get on the radio. You know, so DJ Envy doesn't spin records after the show. DJ Envy spins records in like he does promotions and, you know, yeah, he's still a DJ. But I don't know if he spins after the show. I'm assuming that he does because the Breakfast Club's, okay, let's do it like this. Instead of listening to my assumption, let's find out the dynamics of the Breakfast Club. Because I know they do a lot of talking on there, but it's iHeartRadio. See, out here it's owned by Blue Chip. But I don't know the dynamics of the Breakfast Club. I think it's talking. Yeah, it's all of what you see is talking. So I don't know if he spins after that, but I'm assuming that he does. Nicki Minaj cussed Envy out, saying he doesn't play her records. So he does spin. I know he does promotions and stuff too. He spins at other places. I mean, he's still a DJ. I don't think she does a lot of paid performances. Oh, you don't think he does a lot? Like, it says he's Miami today as we speak. Oh, okay. I don't even know if that's a good idea. So DJ Envy doesn't spin records after the show. Yeah, see, you guys, I don't know much about the dynamics of the Breakfast Club other than what we all see. I don't listen to the show. I just, you know, that would probably be something you guys could YouTube and find out. But I know they have an open, you know, I know that you can send them music. So, you know, if I was somebody who was just getting into the music again, yeah, the radio today is just not for me. Where did you say you were at, TM? Yeah, radio is not for me, so I don't really get down with the radio. I'm gonna listen to Nicole's song here in a minute because I want to do kind of a beat like Nicole. Y'all ain't ready for that. It's too hard. That's too hard. I gotta find the song that you sing. listen to this song. You want me to play it live or not, Nicole? Because I know you've been having some issues with people. So if you don't want me to play it live, I'll just turn the music down and listen to it. But if you're okay with that, I'll play it live because I'm cool like that. Kiki, do you love? So are you okay? Go ahead and play it live. All right. This is Nicole Clark.
You may not be around yet, but still hold it down, 'cause all this is for you, for you, my life. You may not be around yet, but when I close my eyes, all my dreams come true. My dream is you, forever. I know you really give me, but this way sometimes gets to me. I wanna feel you close to me, but you're too far away to reach. But when I think about us, I think about you.
This is the young lady that's talking to us online right now.
Our love is all on yours, baby. And soon I'll be where you are, 'cause I know we're in a better place.
Remind me of Sybil a
There's
little
a
bit.
God in the way, and I'm free to give all of me to show you how much I believe.
It's got a little Sybil.
So all of the days,
Remind me of Sybil.
I stay dedicated, and
That's a
even though
compliment.
you are around me, I still think you love. You may not be around yet, but still hold it down, 'cause all this is for you, for you, my life. You may not be around yet, but when I close my eyes, all my dreams come true. My dream is you, forever. I know this was meant to be. I know this song is temporary. We've been through it all and back, but through it all we came on top again, babe. No matter how long it's gonna take, I'll wait for you till I see your face. I'm yours, and soon I'll be where you are, forever. You may not be around, but still hold it down, 'cause all this is for you.
That last part was,
For you.
it was good, all right.
My life. You may not be around yet, but when I close my eyes, all my dreams come true.
It's Nicole.
My dream is you.
Yeah, it's the girl. It's the girl who's online with us right now. The one who's been calling me. We're talking live. We've been talking on the phone. We're talking live. That's her. It's the reason why she has so many questions, is because this song is taken off, and she's getting she's looking for a lot of advice, because there's a lot of, now this is actually one of my songs, but it's not a song. You guys want to hear one of my songs? I'll play one of my songs. That's not a song, this is a beat I made, well, a music I made that Nicole could actually sing to. It's really mellow. But enough about me. I want to talk about Nicole, and then I'll play one of my songs. Give Nicole some more time. Okay, so Nicole is a budding star out of Miami who already has attention and The reason why she came to my channel is because when you start getting buzz, people start gravitating towards you. Everybody wants a piece of you. When they think that you're going to have money in your pocket and they want to ride your coattails, they want to eat off you. So she came to me because she wanted some advice on what to do with these people. And now she has combed that whole so-called team down to 2 people by, talking to me pretty much every day and calling me and stuff like that. And just giving her some really good advice, and I'm going to tell you something. Like, it's clear that you have something. It's clear that it's the song that's out, and your personality is going to transfix, listeners, because it's easy on the ears. You're not talking about anything that's offensive. I mean, my man's daughter's listening to it. So that type of influence right there just goes a long way. And when I said you sound like Civil, people still listen to Civil today. Civil is dope. You kind of have that whole thing like Civil too. People still listen to Civil today. Civil still gives concerts. Okay, today. All right. So if you keep going in that shape, form, and fashion, your success will not only be today, it'll just keep going. But you got to have smart people around you. You got to have good business sense people around you and people who are not greedy. You got to have good people who understand contracts. People, I'm not going to say like myself, but I'm going to say people who are not looking for anything from you, but for you to be successful. Like, I don't have a business deal with you. I'm not even looking for that. But I want to see you successful. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to stumble and fall. You're going to mess up somewhere. You just are, because everybody does it. But that's how you learn. That's when you come to somebody and get advice from them. I did this. What should I do? So that is Nicole. She is on her way. And she pretty much is a successful person, but the money hasn't gotten to where she wants it yet. There's a lot of people out there, who are getting buzz and not getting money. So now she's, about her paper. And got a good support team, with the mom and the boy and the people in your lane. You got a good support team, but you gotta, you might bump your head here and there, but you got a good support team. All right, so I'm gonna play one of my songs. Now, some of this stuff is already copywritten, and people are listening to it, and I get a little bit of money from it. But let me see if Siri will play it. Play the song Something Else. We're supposed to be friends. Talk to each other every now and then. We should have never have started taking walks in the park after dark. That's where the love starts. That's where the love starts. I should have never did this on you. That's not what friends are supposed to do. But I couldn't help myself. My mind said no, but my body said something else. It turned to something else. And now we're something else. isn't the way it's supposed to be. I shouldn't have let you get close to me. Cause friends are supposed to be in love. And now I'm afraid we'll mess things up. Oh no. And now it's something else. Now it's something else. Ain't no problem. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Okay, peace, Tim. Hey, you gotta get it how you live. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. I shouldn't have let you get close to me. Cause friends are supposed to be in love. And now I'm afraid we'll mess things up. And what we wasn't supposed to do. You should not have let you make love to you. Cause friends are supposed to be in love. And now I'm afraid we'll mess things up. We're supposed to be friends. Talk to each other every now and then. We should have never have started taking walks in the park after dark. That's where the loving starts. That's where the loving starts. I should have never let lips on you. That's not what friends are supposed to do. Oh, but I couldn't help myself. My mind said no, but my body said something else. It turned into something else. And now we're something else. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. I shouldn't have let you get close to me. Cause friends are supposed to be in love. And now I'm afraid we'll mess things up. Oh no. And now it's something else. Now it's something else. Thank you, Nicole. You out there hustling? No. Nicole, I think you're the only person left online, though. There's only, oh, okay, there's 4 people. Oh, it's a cute dog. Now it's something else. That is one of my smooth songs. I wrote all kind of, I have all kind of stuff out there. Is Give Me the Truth still here? What up, Give Me the Truth? Yeah, I appreciate y'all. But I got a rock song out there. Now I'm still here. Okay. Wish I had that talent. That's your dream, dog. Yeah, I have a rock song and everything, man. Like I write a lot of different stuff, you know. And so when I would go to my open mic, when I go to open mic, I would just like I would go to an open mic for white people and an open mic for black people because I was singing songs that everybody, you know. I was going on singing country songs. I have a country song. I got a country song, man. I'm just saying. Yeah. I got a country song. I got just stuff that just some, because I was hanging around really good writers, and you just get that spirit. And then I grew up listening to a lot of really good guitarists and writers. You know, so once I got my guitar, it was just, and I'm gonna tell you, when I was in Atlanta at 5 Points, is one of the places I got my inspiration to play the guitar, because there was a guy who was at 5 Points during the rush hour going home. And he was a black guy. He had some glasses on, a little short guy, but he had a git fiddle. And he was standing there with his guitar, and there's thousands of people that were standing there looking at him, and we all wanted him to perform because he had a guitar. So we were just like, he can't play. And he saw us staring at him. Oh, it's okay, man. And he saw us staring at him, and he started laughing, and he goes, Zhung. He just strums it one time, and he starts laughing. Well, he gets on the train that I get on, because we were like, oh, he can't play. And sure enough, when he got on the train, it was the same thing. People wanted him to play the guitar, but they didn't like start haranguing him or anything. He was just standing there. And that dude started playing that guitar and went off. He was like, what? People start pulling out money instantly. He didn't ask for nothing. People were coming from the other end of the train to give this guy money. Like hard dudes were just like, man, here, take this money, man. That was dope. Like it was just like that. I was like, I'm about to do that. Just like that. People start pulling out money like instantly, because he could play and he could sing. He was just kind of like overwhelmed by how many people wanted him to play. So and nobody was just like, you suck. They just was looking at him. And he saw all the eyeballs on him. So he was just like, all right, well, and was good, was on key, his voice, everything. It was beautiful. I was like, boom. I was in France, and there was a black guy playing the guitar in the subway, and he would just have his little hat out. I was like, okay, I'm all in. I got a guitar. I would go out and do the same thing, stand on the corner and play. Just stand there and sing my songs. And you know, people started giving me money, and people started hiring me. Hey, we want you to come and do this. We want you to come and do that. Sure. I could still do that today and make money, because people love that type of entertainment. If I just went downtown and sat somewhere and didn't start playing, people will walk up to you and start talking to you. Play us something. What do you want to hear? Do you know any? And that's when you start making money right there. Well, do you know any Dire Straits? Like what? Dire Straits? I know who Dire Straits is, but I don't know. Money is for nothing, and your chicks for free. Dire Straits is a group that made a song called I Want My MTV back in the 80s. I want my MTV. Because MTV was where all the videos were at. So Michael Jackson, Prince, anybody who was anything. The top people on there was Michael Jackson, Prince, Madonna, Weird Al, Dire Straits, Tom Petty. Michael Jackson was the number one, though. Tom Petty. You had the Beastie Boys. Even had some Michael McDonald was rocking, him and Patti LaBelle. And then Michael McDonald, Doobie Brothers. And then came along the chick, She's So Strange. Shoot. The phone rings. In the middle of the night, my father says, what you gonna do with your life? Oh, daddy dear, I'm not the fortunate one, but girls, they wanna have fun. Cyndi Lauper. A boom, boom, boom. Oh, girls, they wanna have, that's all they really want. Cyndi Lauper came along. And then Boy George was another hot ticket. Yeah. Who they both incidentally had songs called Time After Time. You say, go slow, the clock unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you'll still find me. Time after time. Cyndi Lauper. Time After Time, Boy George was, his was Time Won't Give Me Time. Oh, time won't give me time, 'cause time makes lovers feel like they got something real. And you and me, we know we got nothing but time. Time won't give me time, won't give me time. Boy George, put your hands on my shoulder. Boy George was killing it. He was killing. Oh, time should have been so much more. Boy, they was writing good songs. Sting. Love Sting. There's a little black spot on the salt today. This must call on pain. Had that song, The King of Pain. I did it before without the pouring rain. There's just so many groups, good music on there. Just, we loved it. We lived for MTV. We did. We really did. You know, that's how you learn breakdancing. Do 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 do. You know what I'm saying? So, it was just the love, man. There was nothing offensive on there. You know, my inspiration is Sting, Sheryl Crow, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, Donna Summer, Shania Twain, Sade. Okay, as far as writing a song style. Well, those are all great people to follow. I saw Sade in concert. Seeing Sade in concert is life-changing. Like, I saw Alicia Keys in concert, and I was like, yeah, okay. But when I saw Sade in concert, Sade matures you. She matures you instantly in concert. She doesn't make you feel old. She makes you feel appreciated. Because it's so serene. And it's so, it puts you in just an adult, beautiful state of being. It's almost mystical what Sade does. It is. It's mystical. Like, nobody wants to fight. Nobody has a problem. You know, somebody bump into somebody else. Oh, excuse me. Are you okay? I know. How's your mother doing? You don't even know him. You just want to be nice to everyone because that's what Sade is. Well, Beyonce inspires a lot of people in different ways. Beyonce has a cult following. There are people who think that Beyonce is God. That's dangerous. But she literally has people who have statues of her. And she has a church, the Church of Beyonce. You understand what I'm saying? Beyonce is in a very difficult position because she's at the top of her game. She's been there for a long time. There's nobody who can take Beyonce from where she's at. Nobody. Anyone who talks bad about Team Beyonce and they're in the game, you can forget it. Her fans will DX you. And we've seen people try that and say something about Beyonce. One girl who was writing her songs came out talking about her and, called her a hoe and all this other stuff in her music. Never heard from her again. She was working with Kanye West. Had that song, Sometimes Love Knocks You Down. She was writing for so many people, had it going on. Yeah, Carrie Hilson. Pretty. Very pretty Carrie. Carrie had everything right. She had everything right. She was writing for the right people. She was writing for the #1 person in music, which was Beyonce. She was getting money all day. She was working with and making videos with Lil Wayne. She had her own stuff out. Carrie did everything right until she mentioned, and then she kind of came at Ciara too, but they squashed it. But Ciara is no Beyonce. Like, you squashing it with Ciara, nobody cares. You squashing it with Beyonce is what you should have did. But she couldn't get to her. Beyonce was hanging out with the president's wife. It is a whole different ball of wax. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? Ciara was screwing Future. It's just, there's here and then there's stratosphere. You start talking bad about Beyonce, you got your wings clipped. And we haven't heard from her since. It wouldn't be far-fetched. It wouldn't be far-fetched. It wouldn't surprise me. To me, that's a phone call. That's one phone call. I have no doubt in my mind that Harry could probably call Prince Henry and say, ask Prince Henry just got married to a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Prince Henry just got married to a black woman. You think that black woman doesn't know who Beyonce is? I mean, everybody knows who Beyonce is. But she could probably have her people call his people and say, hey, I want to give a concert for you guys. Or if you guys are looking for somebody to give a concert, I'm willing to for the right price. Just to put a bug in your ear. Next thing you know, she meets the Queen of England. It's just like that. Who wouldn't want Beyonce? Well, not me, but who would want Beyonce to, do some type of big deal for them? And it's not like the Queen is struggling for money. So this is not a big deal. It really isn't. I'm almost done with one paper, but I got one more to do. I'm pretty much done with this. It's only I got one more section to do. And then after this section, I got one more paper to do. Bones, boom, boom, bones, boom. Let's see if y'all can rock a little bit, because some of y'all don't rock too much. See if y'all rock a little bit. I'm about to do a Nicole song. Because hold up. Okay. gonna rock like this, Nicole. Oh my goodness, Rihanna is no Beyonce. Why do people compare Rihanna to Beyonce? If Beyonce is a mecca, there's no comparing to me. But definitely. Yeah, it's hard, ain't it? It's hip hop. Yeah. It's hip hop, 100%. I'm Mr. T to the O to the N to the mini show with the Rocky show. I love it. Love that beat, man. Sometimes I just play it and just let it, like I'll be outside and come in because I just like the vibe of it. It's so 1990s / you know what I'm saying? Just brings back a lot of memories, man. Okay. You. All right, so I'm about to do a you type of song. Miss Nicole. Oh, yeah. That's another song I have. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. 'Cause I already know. You were making love to someone else while I'm still loving you. You thought I had another, the girl who disagreed. I was never in love with someone else. When you were loving me. I was trying to figure out the words. I never gave you a bad review. I do that to anybody if I'm trying to figure out the words. Like, what are you saying? What are you saying? Oh, okay. I'm a storyteller. So you had to. Say you're beautiful just because you will always be my lady love. In my heart, you're still my lady love. But now you're so sad. Two-part harmony. Two-part harmony. I hope this feeling goes away. I miss that bass, man. I need that. I don't have it. It's a hip-hop bass I was using. That's why this isn't going to sound right, because I don't have a hip-hop bass in here. But, okay. So, a Nicole type of beat. Slower. I'm going to do a Nicole type of beat because Nicole's tripping right now because she thinks I gave her a bad review when I simply did not understand the song. And if you don't understand a song, you ask questions. But some people don't get that. All right, so I'm going to start off with a lead. Some people don't get that, but it's okay. It's okie dokie. But the song is, I mean, I like the song. I never said I didn't like it. But if you want to be fickle, you can. Oh, but I couldn't help myself. First thing I get the song, I'm a storyteller. So I listened to the words and was like confused, and I asked about it. Then I got clarity. That's, if you expect people not to ask about your song, then people are gonna ask. People have to ask about the song. What is it? You gotta ask if you don't know. Oh, sweet goodness. I get a nice lead. All right. I'll leave with a piano. I'll find a nice. What are you saying? Okay. Let's see. Yo, yo, yo. Those were almost. You were singing in. We're singing in. Those are all major keys. Because I'll put you in a minor in a minute. I'll throw you up in a minor key. Like, it's a minor note. That's an E sus. It's a minor note. It's a minor chord. But minor brings out so much emotion. Oh. That's also a minor. That's some kind of F. Down a little bit. I don't know if you're ready for a minor. You sing pretty good in that major. I don't know if you're ready for a minor sustain chord. This would be at the end of your 4. So it would, if you came up, that's a C major. It's an A major. Okay, so if you, that's a D minor. I'm sorry, that's a major. That's a major. This is a scale. And there's your F. So you go. If you want to make it really funky, you can go. There's your C. But this is an F right here. This is an F5/7. So you're gonna do it like a scale. If you're gonna go up, you're gonna go. Bring it down. And there's your A right there. So here's your C, D, E, F, G, and there's an A right there. Well, that's a B diminished at the end, so it's gonna sound diminished. B diminished. You get a diminished note in it, bang, almost a minor note. It's a diminished note. So if I was going to, for one, I don't know what key you're singing in. I would have to listen to it. Let me see. You're singing it. See, that's the note you were singing in, but That note is also a trifecta in this C right here. All right, so I was gonna do a song kind of like that. That song started off with a lead, like a wee 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 wee. Of course, it didn't sound like that, but then it goes into your voicing, your singing, and your harmony. Then, boom. All right, so bust it. And that would be your 4 chords. So it sounds like this. Oh, that sucked because I was too low. One, two, three, four. I want to drag it out. I want to go bling. Okay, so if I dragged it out and stretch it out, it would sound like this. That's over the bar. So this is. That's over the bar. Let me quantize it. Make it a little softer. Delay and some reverb. Take out the high end sting to it. Now these are minor notes, so this is all emotion. Bang! I said you love. Oh, I would never go away. Watch. I said I loved you. I'll never go away. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. I'll put this little. People seem to gravitate towards this, but I like the regular instrument. But people are into this system here. I'd rather use a natural drums, but all right, so I'll use that. Plus, I'm gonna use a different bass. I'm gonna use a live bass though. My live is gonna use. So, and this is gonna be type of thing. So. it'll be. I have to do those on 2 different tracks. All right, so I'm gonna drop my bass first, and then I'm gonna drop my. And I'll drop some other. So this is, I'm using 2 different snares. I might not even use a second snare. I might use a boom, boom. Plus, I might have this come in by itself. Just some song construction. And I got to get on that piano too, because that piano is not making me happy. This is you singing for the first 8. This is you singing. Minor notes now. Okay, that's you singing, and then that's your first 8. Now I could just drop your first 8 in and just have you, okay. So maybe I'll drop your first, so your first 8, your first 4 will be you singing. Well, first 8 will be you singing over, your first 4 will be you singing over piano. Your beat will come in at 5. There's gonna be something else over that piano. Okay, so my stutter is got some confusing because it's on a 16. So let me just. Over the bar, it's messing up. Why are you messing up over the bar, though? It's supposed to stutter over the bar. Just go, hit. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, it's not doing that because of the beginning of it. And it's in there too. I don't know why it's not doing that. I never had that problem before. Fix it myself. All right, so and just combine the tracks. Cut. All right, so keep my deleted region in there. Coming too soon. Fall on the line. Okay, you know what? All right. I'll just I'll do it like that. All right, so bring it up here. Ooh, yeah. Lies. Don't know what I'm waiting for. With your voice. Yeah, the bass leads you too. I'm done with you. Bye. Cut. Bye. I'm done. I'm on time. I don't have time. Might be too much. I like it, but I don't. I'm gonna have to change that to all right, so we'll change up this right here. That's how songs work. It's better. All change it up sometimes in order to fit other things in there so it'll be noticeable. Because if you don't, it'll sound whack. It's going to be delayed, but it's going to come in right. Then I have another. Another beat. I might not. No, it's a snap. Oh, no wonder. I'm listening to the wrong thing. Now comes the hard part. I can find it. Babe, I'm gonna call you. I gotta get back to my grind. Get back to your grind. Because I gotta get back to my papers. It's almost 4 o'clock. I wanna. There it is. Should be a lot more crisp than that. Yeah. I like it. The hardest part. this out. And exchange this. So I need to double up on. I like this, but it's weird. And it doesn't have a delay. I don't like its delay. Sounds kind of cool. Is everybody gone? No, somebody's here. Somebody likes listen and don't talk. That's cool with me. I'm not mad about that. I want to come back to her song and try to listen to the vibe.
You may not be around yet, but still hope.
Yeah. What the? In it, don't it?
Hold it down, 'cause all this is for you, for you.
It's also mastered. So that's going to be.
I got the power. I gotta finish this later. I gotta go get something to eat, and then I gotta finish my homework. Thank you for listening. Thanks for your donations. I appreciate you guys. God loves you.